sightings of the pond monster captured on film pay handsomely. There's wiring and pump systems set up to this pond. The owners before us definitely knew there was something in the pond. There are signs all over the place. That's the pond. At first I just wanted to capture videos or pictures of him, but now I think it's clear we need to get rid of this pond monster.
I can't see how deep it is. What is that, Jake? This is where we believe the monster's coming in and out of the swamp. Jake, it's pouring rain. This isn't good.
When it gets nighttime, as you know, monsters get more active. You want to be down here by the pond at 3 a.m.? Are you crazy?
What? The vegetation around the pond is getting extreme. The more species that are in this pond, it means there's a more active ecosystem for this pond monster to thrive in. Jake has gone missing, and it is our top priority to find him.
Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? There is a massive compound here. Like, massive.
Pond monster, give me Jake, and I'll give you back your egg.
It could be trying to break in here, Phil. What do we do?
Jake, the pond monster's outside our base.
Jake! Ah! It's breaking through the wall! It's using its acid spray!
Is this it? Is this the end?
Ah! What just happened? I don't know, it just ran off. Who's that? Whoa! Who are you? And what did you do to the pond monster?
Me? Why me?
Hey, where are you taking him? Ah! Is that a flip phone?
What just happened?
Where am I?
Jake,
Why do I have hands?
Jake, why are you in a lab coat?
I don't know. Why are we in a box for? Wait, we're in the middle of a video? What is that? That's disgusting!
Jake, if this is another one of your pranks, I have not
This isn't a prank. I was like having a dream and then I woke up and I was in a box for holding the camera talking to the viewers.
Yeah, no, I'll see you tomorrow.
Whoa, wait.
What's up, Biggs?
Biggs?
Guys, what happened?
You brought pizza.
What happened to our pond monster
Sweet
base?
pizza.
Pond monster.
Ooh, cheese.
Chris, what are you doing?
What do you mean pond monster?
Did he break down the wall? And where's Logan?
We literally have no idea what's going on.
What's the last thing you guys remember?
We were building a McDonald's.
You're telling me you don't remember the last 2 weeks of what happened? We've been uncovering the mysteries of the pond monster living in our backyard. Oh no, the Lake Corporation. They must have got to you guys. Your memories, they wiped them. I gotta catch you all up. Guys, watch the video.
Guys, I don't know what's gone into Biggs. Clearly he's gone a little cuckoo. So smack that like button for crazy Biggs if you think Biggs is gone insane.
Jake, look at this.
Wait, that's me. I never filmed that.
Nice and green, just how I like it. Maybe I'll do a cannonball in this time. Cannonball! What's coming out of the pond? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, it's coming out!
Phil, I don't care about donuts right now.
No, Logan, I'm telling you, this probably is so
Guys, scary!
Biggs, are you sure you know what you're saying? You sound a little bit crazy right now.
Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm saying right now because I'm a little bit scared, but I know what I saw. I think it might have been, I don't know, but the pond monster!
There's no such thing as a pond monster.
What Biggs speaks is the truth. I've been here this whole time.
We know.
Tell me everything.
I was going down like I usually do to the pond to take a nice swim. I was about to cannonball off the bridge when a rumbling started erupting from the water. I was like, okay, it might be a big frog. But then I saw these two evil green dark eyes appear from the water.
No. There is no pond monster. First Bigfoot in our backyard, now pond monster. No.
Biggs is describing is a Pondius pondescentius, otherwise known as a pond monster. Just like Bigfoot, monsters roam this world, and they take refuge in different areas. It was my fear that after we discovered Bigfoot, we would find another monster. We should have never moved here.
So, what do?
We built a fort, just like we did Bigfoot. We run reconnaissance missions, and we discovered the truth as to what is in that pond.
No, guys, come on. Absolutely
Just
not.
like Bigfoot, sightings of the pond monster captured on film pay handsomely.
Excuse me, what now?
In fact, more than Bigfoot did.
All right, we are going hunting for the pond monster.
Hey yo, what's going on everyone? It's Papa Jake and welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, we are gonna be building ourselves a pond monster hunting box fort. And we are gonna be using it to trace down and capture what we believe to be the pond monster that lives in our pond.
I just saw everything you purchased. How much was all this stuff?
We have scientific equipment to analyze samples. We've got protective equipment. And most importantly, we have a trap because capturing the pond monster guarantees us a cash prize of $1 million. We purchased a state-of-the-art camera that can be attached to a submergible submarine so we can get eyes below the water.
Before we do anything crazy, Jake, we should just go look at the pond and see for ourselves if there's anything suspicious.
We'll stick this RC boat in the water and see if anything happens to it. Launching boat, now.
It floats.
Okay, well, the boat doesn't seem to be working.
There's some sort of metal wiring going into the pond, and there's a frog right there.
There is a frog.
Okay, well, there's nothing suspicious about a frog. It's just a frog. Hello, Mr. Frog. Wait a second. Jake, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The white thing?
Yeah.
It looks like an egg.
No, dude, that is an egg.
Don't go too close to it. If that is in fact a pond monster egg, then the pond monster will do whatever it can to defend it. You should get out of here. I found something else. Look. Logan, I think whoever owned this place before.
No!
Logan, I think whoever owned this place.
No! There goes our boat.
More important, there's wiring and pump systems set up to this pond. I think whoever owned it before us knew there was a pond monster in here and they were trying to contain it. When they left, they turned off the system. It leads to that shed.
What? Why would the previous owner of this place know about a pond monster and not tell us?
I don't know, maybe they want to get out of here? I think that they were trying to contain it with some sort of electrical field. There is wiring that goes from the middle of the pond all the way to here. This is it.
This is where the wiring leads?
Yeah.
I don't know, Jake, this is a pretty creepy place.
It's all off.
So what happens if we turn it on?
Oh!
Did anything happen?
Yeah, Jake, I can hear something happening. Whoa, Jake, what's happening?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know. Something's moving in the pond.
What's going on down there?
Logan, the boat's gone.
The boat's gone.
It smells like
Do you smell that?
dirty eggs.
Wait, Jake, it's smoking.
No, I don't know what's happening. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get back to the guys. Come on, quickly. There are some really weird things going down at that pond. In fact, I was a little bit skeptical even myself because Biggs is kind of a crybaby, but once we got down there and saw what was happening, I think there is definitely, without a doubt, a pond monster inside our pond. Just that shed alone has some really weird stuff in it. As always though, guys, if you see anything in this video, whether it's in the water or the background, be sure to leave a comment down below. Having all your eyes is way better than just my two. And of course, if you feel for us being out there searching for a pond monster, putting our lives at risk, then be sure to smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, hit the bell button so you never miss a brand new video. But let's check out how the pond monster box fort is coming along and get an update from Phil.
All right, so as you can see, me and Biggsy have laid out the groundwork. Now, Jake said we're gonna need a gear room, a science lab, and of course the area where we'll all be in communications with each other. Biggs, I think you are currently standing in the gear room. It's where you gear up to go in and out.
The communications room should be over there because as far away from the pond as possible.
And it looks like this corner will be the science lab. Let's get back to work.
Okay guys, we are heading back down to the pond. As of right now though, I think we should go back in the shed and check out where we left off.
Jake, there's a wasp nest inside there.
You see it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh!
It's right there.
Yo, this is like...
Jake, careful with that thing.
Okay, get down, watch out.
Oh, jeez, Jake.
Dude, they are definitely using this as a defense against the pond monster.
Look, there's like artwork. Dude, that's the pond. That is literally the pond. What did you find?
I don't know. Something for the previous owners. We don't have any gear on. This is not safe. Clearly, the owners before us knew that there was something going on in that pond because they have a defense shed. They have wiring, electricity, everything hooked up to that pond.
Did you see those creepy pictures of the pond?
Yeah. And now this?
Whoa, Jake.
What's that?
I don't know. Why would you just rely on me?
Dude, what is that?
It smells like fire.
I think this is what they were trying to capture the pond monster and put him in. I don't know what that place is. It looks like it might have been a trap or something. They were trying to trap the pond monster in there. But I was starting to get a really bad feeling about this.
Phil, do you read me? How's the base coming along?
So me and Biggsy are getting closer and closer to finishing off this pond monster fort. Now, as for our very secure door, check this out. As you guys know, sliding door with a lock. As you step on in, you are right inside our gear room. We've got our nets, flashlights, goggles, a first aid kit.
And we also have this shovel kind of looking thing.
Biggsy, that's a pooper scooper, but I believe Jake wants to use it to pick up sand from the bottom of the pond to run tests on.
That's not a bad idea.
Why don't you follow me into the communications bay? Right here is where Jake will be the eyes in the skies, along with direct communication with all of his team members. And behind Biggsy is actually the cage where we're going to be keeping the pond monster when we catch him.
Hold on, Phil. We're keeping him inside our base? I don't know if that's such a good idea.
What else are we supposed to do with him when we catch him? At least we've got a cage cage for him.
Okay, well, I gotta go inside to make sure this is secure because I do not want him escaping inside our base.
And in case we do catch this pond monster, the cage is visible from all areas of the box fort, so someone can keep an eye on him at all times.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He will not be getting out of my sight.
And last but not least, welcome to the science lab. Now, I don't exactly know what any of this stuff does, but Jake ordered it. But what I do know is these gloves are super cool. And I'm pretty sure you use them over here. If Jake and Logan do find something contaminated out there, we can put it in this room that is super secure. As you can see, my hand is inside, but me and Bigsy are safe on this side of the glass.
Phil, we found some crazy stuff. All right, close the door, close the door. The owners before us definitely knew there was something in the pond. There are signs all over the place. We found a potential pond monster trap. We found a system to maybe hold them in the pond, and Logan found weird murals.
Unfortunately, I think Biggs is onto something.
I told you, the pond monster is very, very real.
All right, the first mission we have, we need someone to get down there and get us water samples.
You want someone to go down there and go get water samples?
I can look at it under the microscope and have a better idea as to what is in that pond.
Phil and I will go get a sample.
Here, take this file and this.
All right, Phil and I are going down to test the water.
What is that?
Oh, that's something we found in the shed.
Oh boy. Remember, Logan, let's keep this as quick as possible. Just in and out.
Just gonna take a little sample of the swamp.
Ooh, before you do that, I brought a glove.
How is this gonna help me? It's an oven mitt.
A waterproof oven mitt, and you won't get any pond juice on you. What's that white thing in the pond?
I completely forgot. We found an egg earlier in the pond, but we don't have the right tools to abstract it right now. All right, we just gotta get closer to the swamp. Okay. Oh, foot is in the swamp. Okay, it's not that deep.
Logan, whatever you do, do not get taken by the pond monster right now. That's enough?
Just a little bit more. Yep. Okay, we got swamp water. Let's go test this out. And don't think I forgot about you, Mr. Egg. We are coming back for you. Phil, it is pretty close. I could just grab it.
Whoa, whoa, Logan, do not be grabbing that egg.
What was that? Why is the water moving?
I don't know.
Phil, I really just want to get this egg. It could give us a lot of answers. What just happened?
Logan, the water's moving. Logan, you should get over the fence right now.
Whoa. Never mind. You know what, Phil? We will come back for the egg. We got the swamp water. Let's go test it out.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, guys, we've got the swamp water sample, so we can now take a look at it under the microscope and test it. To do that, we're gonna have to transfer it into an examination plate, just like this. But because there could be a swamp monster in here, we have to be as secure as possible, which is why we created this secure system. Okay, I now have the sample. I'm going to remove the top of it and pour it into the viewing chamber. Sample is inside the viewing chamber.
What's that green thing in it?
I don't know, it's something you picked up. Now we can put it into the microscope. Water's alive. Logan,
What?
look at that.
What is that?
Those are tiny pond monster eggs.
Tiny pond monster eggs?
Yeah, they're alive.
Oh!
Look, oh! Did you see that? Something is alive in there, moving around.
Jake, if we got this kind of sample reading from water, what about the egg?
I don't know, I think we need to go get it. You and Phil and Biggs go down there. I'll take reconnaissance with the drone. I'll have an overhead view, so if I see anything moving, I'll let you know on the radio. All right, guys, so I am currently in the communications area. I've got the guys on the walkie-talkie, so if anything happens, it is my responsibility to call it out. We're flying with the drone, so we have eyes in the sky. Let's see if they can find this egg and bring it back to us.
Jake, do you have eyes on me?
We have the pooper scooper, which is gonna be abstracting the egg.
All right, I got visual on the guys.
We have eyes in the sky, and that's all the support I need. We have the walkies, right?
Yeah, we do.
Jakey, can you see us?
I can see you clear. You guys are safe and under my watch.
How does my fly fishing gear look? I think it looks pretty cool.
It looks great, Phil.
Just gonna get close to the egg and scoop it. Pretty straightforward.
Jake, you got eyes on anything? Everything looks clear. I'm gonna go back around the other
Side and see if I see anything closer to the egg.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm just gonna check the perimeter of this island, see if we see anything. There's a dock over there. If we bought a boat, we could use it to go to the dock.
Well, if we get a picture of the pond monster, then we could definitely buy a boat. Maybe even a yacht.
Guys, don't forget to let us know if you see anything on the video footage. It always helps to have you leave a comment down below.
All right, this is where the egg is.
Hey, Logan is going for the egg. I repeat, Logan is going for the egg.
Okay,
I actually have visual on the egg. I can see him.
all right, here goes nothing. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think there's a spider on my neck. Can you get my neck?
Nope, you're all good.
Okay.
Probably a mosquito.
I have the egg.
Jake, we have the egg. Logan has retrieved.
The bomb monster egg!
I saw that. You gotta get that back.
Back here, we need to figure out what that is.
Okay, Phil, passing the egg to you.
I don't think I have the right safety equipment on for this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, something's happening in the water. Something's happening in the water. Do you see it?
Something's happening in the water! What?
Oh my goodness.
What is that?
Logan, buddy. No. I don't want the
Phil?
Something's moving in the water. Something's moving in the water. You guys gotta get out of there now.
There's a lot happening.
Logan, take
Jake,
that.
what's going on?
I'm out of here.
What are you doing, Phil?
I'm out of here.
Jake, what's going on? Yeah, I'm getting it.
I'm trying to get a visual. I don't see anything.
Is it mad because I took the egg? Should I get the egg back?
That's terrible. We gotta go now.
Give the egg back, Phil.
Probably.
Should I leave the egg with the pond monster? What are we doing? We have the egg. I repeat, we have the egg.
Logan. You gotta put that thing back. Did you not just see what happened to the water?
I don't know. Jake, radio to Jake. Jake.
Should we leave the egg in the pond?
Bring the egg back here.
Bring it back.
Are you crazy? You not just see what the pond monster did?
You gotta get it back here, Phil. We need to examine that egg.
There might really be a pond monster here.
Oh boy, okay.
Look, you already took it. It ain't gonna get any happier.
This is not good. Whatever just happened in that pond is not normal. Not normal at all. I don't know, maybe we should just put the egg back.
Whoa. There were eggs growing in our pond?
That's all you got from that video, Phil? Our pond was smoking.
Right, okay, yeah, let's keep watching.
Have the egg.
We may have just made the pond monster very angry.
There's bugs everywhere.
Okay.
Closing up the door!
Guys, I think it is without a doubt that there is a pond monster. Do not drop it. Don't drop it in there.
No, I'd like to ask.
Stop. Just careful. It's like almost like a rock.
Can we please get that in the contamination center?
Okay, get in the contamination. Phil, I need water. We need to clean this thing off. All right, I've got the egg in the contamination area. We've sanitized the outside of what we believe might be an egg.
Oh,
I actually have no idea. There is not an egg that I know of that looks like this. It is fairly solid, but it's not heavy like a rock, which is why, without breaking it open, because this could be very valuable, we are going to try and use a lighting technique to see inside of it.
So this could either be a pond monster egg or a chicken egg.
That's too big for a chicken egg. I don't know. That should be lighting up if that's an egg.
It's an egg.
That's
Jake.
not lighting up.
I know this is an egg. It was floating.
Eggs don't float. Do eggs float?
Do rocks float? It's not a rock, it's an egg.
Look, there's like a chip in it there. The flashlight was not working, but we do have an extremely high-powered laser. We're gonna see if this lets us take a look inside the egg. Oh, can't penetrate it. All right, we are going to attempt to make a small incision into the egg using the high-powered laser.
Jake, I don't know if that's a good idea. If that's the pond monster's egg, maybe we should use it as bait and lure it out.
Well, we won't know if it's the pond monster's egg unless we get inside it. All methods so far to get anywhere into this egg have failed. With the pond monster out on the loose, we need to set up another mission, but we cannot do so unless we know that this is in fact a pond monster egg. We're going to try and use this, make a small incision so we can get an idea as to what is inside the egg. Man, this thing is super strong. Guys, the egg just farted. Oh my god, it smells really bad. Banksy, run!
Logan, do you smell that?
The egg's contained! It's contained. It is a pond monster egg. I can confirm. The smell you're smelling is from the pondiosis.
What is pondiosis?
It's the process in which a pond monster egg turns into a real pond monster. It's now in here and is stable. Problem is, now that we've released the smell, the pond monster knows where we are.
Well, good thing this fort is maximum security.
Without a doubt, there is definitely a pond monster in that pond. The egg confirms it. All the evidence we have confirms it. But there is one thing that we do not have, and that is a photo of the pond monster. I say we go back there and use our technology to try and get a visual underneath the water. If we can see where the pond monster is potentially hiding, maybe even the nest, we could possibly get a photo of it.
And if we get a photo of him, then we get lots of money, right?
Yes, it is worth a lot of money. But look, more importantly, we do not want this thing in our backyard. And now that it knows that we stole its baby, it's gonna be mad.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's get to the gear up room and get down to the pond.
We need to be careful, and if you see anything, especially you at home, be sure to let us know in the comments down below. All right, guys, we're currently in the gear up room. We have some sample collecting material. We also have the submarine and the camera. Now, this fort is super secure because of how dangerous the pond monster is. Time to open up the door. Go! Time to go to the pond.
pond. The objective right now is simple. We are trying to capture a underwater photo of the pond monster using extreme technology.
Let's be very careful as we get closer. This thing is stirred up a lot.
Man, we should have known something was up with this pond when we moved here. There's a lot of signs now looking at it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Dude. You seen this? There's something moving over there.
Oh, I see. Something moved under the water.
Yes. Dude, right over there.
Something's moving in the water. That's where the nest is. Something's moving.
What?
Big.
Where?
Big.
Oh!
Big.
Whoa! Guys?
There could be more than one pond monster.
I think we should go back to the base.
We can't. We gotta try and get this photo.
Dude, look.
Okay, we're dropping the submarine.
Whoa!
Logan, ready? 3, 2, 1. Submarine's dropping. Oh boy.
Do we have... Okay, there's the sub. It is floating downstream. Using the submarine, we can move around and have a camera feed directly to Jake's phone so we can see what's going on underneath the water. If the pond monster is in our swamp, not only do we get the money from the photos, but we have the pond monster in our backyard. If we could capture it, we would be famous.
Capture it? I thought we were just trying to get a picture of it.
Yeah, but think about if we captured the pond monster. We'd be legends. What are we seeing?
Hard to see under here. Trying to move around, see where that water is coming from.
Just looks like a lot of seaweed.
Guys, if you see anything on the feed, be sure to let us know. It is very hard to see out here.
I just kind of want to see how deep this is, what we're dealing with here. Okay, I'm not touching the ground.
Really?
I don't know how deep this thing is. Jake?
Yeah?
What is going on over here? Everything's been trampled.
Logan, be very careful. That might be the nest.
What?
That might be the nest.
Dude, there's like, all of this has been trampled down to the pond.
Something's moving in and out of the pond there.
If you go over here, all the plants are upright, but then here they're all trampled.
That's gotta be where his nest is.
It goes down here. I don't know how deep this is. I don't really want to get stuck. What is that?
What do you see?
Jake?
What?
I don't know.
What is it?
Kind of looks like the egg we found, like another egg.
Logan, this could be the nest. Can you try and get a shot of it? Can you try and pick it up maybe?
We've radioed to Phil to get gloves and the pooper scooper to try and get whatever's in the pond. I don't know if it's an egg, but I do believe right now we are sitting on a nest of some sorts.
Logan,
What do we got?
we got gloves and the pooper scooper.
All right, perfect.
For you
Thank you.
and for you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Phil. Jake, how's it going with the submarine?
Submarine's got caught. I don't have any more feed.
What? You lost feed?
Logan, I think we should be getting out of here. I don't know if this is a good idea.
I'm ready to go for the egg. Just hope I don't drop suddenly. Whoa, I have to be very careful. It's like quicksand, Jake. It's
Quickly,
like
Logan, get out of
hard
here.
to
That's
move.
a mess.
Okay. All right, I'm going for the egg. All right, I got it. What is that?
That is a pond monster egg. That's a mature pond monster egg. Logan!
Yeah, I got the egg.
Logan, the dog!
What?
The dog! Something's moving the dog! Something's moving the dog! Something's moving the dog! Oh, no. We're gonna get out of here. We need to go right now. Quickly grab the egg. Let's go! Go. Phil! Phil, something's got me! Phil! Come on! I can't! Something's got my foot! Let go! Come on!
Logan, come on! Leave the egg!
What do you mean leave the egg?
It's what he wants!
We came all this way.
Let's go!
Come on. I got the egg. Go. Okay, no sign of the pond monster.
Dude, something had my leg. Something literally tried to bite off my leg. It was sucking me down. Whoa.
That thing is a lot bigger than the last egg we had.
That's a mature pond monster egg.
It also has scales on it.
All right, guys, so we just got back and got decontaminated, and clearly something is going on at the swamp. We didn't see the pond monster, but we were pretty sure we know where he's living, and something grabbed me when we were trying to get out of there. As you guys can see, the pond monster did try and attack me, so it is angry. I've decided that our next step is going to be my backup plan. We need to get that swamp monster out of the swamp. Whether or not we get a video of him, it does not matter. We need him out of there. I'm gonna use my chemistry set to create a concoction that should scare him out of the entire swamp.
And I will be there to take a photo.
Logan will try and take a photo, but the main point is we need him out of here.
And I will be here, safely in the fort.
Jake, what if your concoction just makes him more angry and he causes more problems?
Oh, he's gonna leave. Trust me, he's not sticking around after this goes off. This should work. I gotta make sure the compound's stable.
Jake, is that radioactive?
Just a little bit. ready. Once we drop this in the pond, it will create a chemical reaction that will go supersonic. Okay guys, we are back at the pond and this is really dangerous being back here, but we need to get the pond monster out of here. We've set up a drone so we can capture anything that happens on the drone.
So far, we've definitely seen a lot of very weird, strange occurrences in our pond.
Once we drop this concoction into the water, we need to get out of here because the chemical reaction should drive the pond monster out of our pond. Hopefully for good.
And hopefully we get this on film.
Dropping it now!
Jake? What's going on? Jake?
The reaction starting!
What are you doing?
Looks like Jake and Logan are dropping the reaction in the pond now.
It's going!
No sight of the pond monster. Ooh, that is pretty cool though. Wait a minute. What is that? Jake! Logan, the pond monster! He's heading in the woods!
Go, run! Guys, we need to get out of here. We need to get back to the house. Phil just radioed in. He saw the pond monster. Hopefully we got rid of him for good. Okay, this is just great. There's a pond monster nest in our backyard by the dock.
Oh, Jake, that's just the beginning.
Now, as you can tell, I am currently not standing in front of a pond because the pond's all the way down there. And after what we saw, I am not going back to that pond unless we are very prepared to track down this pond monster. One of the things that we found was that egg, and that is why we are going to be bringing it back to the base and doing some tests on it. We found another egg that we believe was like a less mature egg, and that thing was crazy disgusting. It stunk up the whole base and ended up stirring up the pond monster.
We need to find this pond monster and catch him once and for all.
Okay, so right now we are heading down to the pond. It is the middle of the day, so I do feel a little bit better about going back here. And in our last video, we did see him kind of run away, but there has been some stuff going on that's making me think that this pond monster is not leaving this pond as easily as we thought. Okay, another thing that's like kind of super spooky happening right now, the weather just turned to like a thunderstorm. Okay, we did not pick a good day to continue searching for this pond monster. The only reason I'm even bringing you guys back down here is because I have a plan on how we can hopefully finally get rid of him and possibly capture him.
Jake, you shouldn't be down here alone. Things have been getting way too crazy. Coming back here, I'm realizing this is the perfect place for a pond monster to live. The ecosystem here is absolutely thriving.
What is that?
Maybe I can get a close-up on this. Oh, look at that thing go. It just pooed everywhere. Look at that thing go.
One of the things that also happened literally overnight after we tried to get rid of the pond monster was these flowers all started to grow like fur on them.
It's true, if you look in the last few videos, these were not there.
I don't know guys, I'm not a flower expert, but if you know anything about flowers, or probably those are weeds, let me know if you think that has a relationship to the pond monster. Now, before I tell you our super awesome plan for today, I want to show you something else that I think might help us solve the mystery as to how the pond monster even got here. Come check this out.
The thunder and lightning is getting worse and worse. Jake, this might not be the day for us to catch the pond monster.
I said that and it was crazy because it was super sunny, like not even 2 minutes ago. And the second I was like, let's go down to see the pond monster, it's like he heard me and called like the lightning and thunder over us.
Jake, why are we here?
Okay, we're here because in our last couple videos, we've discovered some really weird stuff on this property, including a shed that might have been a pond monster trap, another shed that had a wasp nest in it, but also had pond monster defense items inside. So I decided to go and explore a little bit more around the place. And I found this. Check it out. It's a Pepsi machine.
Yeah, what's so special about this, Jake?
Look behind.
What does this have to do with the pond monster?
I'm thinking that these items that we're finding are showing us that people used to live here, not just in a house, like there were multiple houses. I mean, first of all, there is an abandoned tennis court that has a basketball net in it. You guys have probably seen us make videos in this before. It's in the middle of the woods. I mean, literally in the middle of the woods. Everything's grown back. There's items such as a bench, which would have been from a park, and there's literally a Pepsi machine, which probably was inside a gas station.
Jake, it's pouring rain. This isn't good.
Hey Logan, if it's pouring rain, that means the pond monster can move faster outside of water, so we need to get back to the base now. We'll have to come back and explain our objectives later. But guys, I'm starting to really think that there used to be a town here, and everyone left because the pond monster's real. Come on, let's get back home.
Oh man, it's really coming down! We gotta go!
I think I saw something moving in the pond. Can you zoom in?
Wait, the rain's opening up the pond, like we can see in it.
Oh, no.
Jake, this might be our time.
That's not the rain, dude. I think that's the pond monster. Let's get back in the base, come on. Come on, open the base! Open the base! Oh, no! Get in here! It's soaking wet out there! Oh, man. Whew. Something weird's going down in that pond.
You don't say. Also, yeah, our base is kind of falling apart.
You can't have a base that's falling apart, Phil.
What's that?
That is a centipede, Logan, not a pond monster.
Phil, the pond monster is getting more and more dangerous. Especially in weather like this, it would be able to get out of the water and make its way all the way up to the base. This is not up to standards. Plus, given the fact that we already collected a new egg sample, we need a full rebuild and improvement on the base. Defenses, a new science lab, and I'm gonna need some new items for a project that I've been thinking of. And definitely a bigger cage. I saw that video. This pond monster is huge.
That sounds like a lot of work, but you know what? I think I'm up for the job. All right, so it looks like Logan's heading back out to the pond. Not exactly sure why, but I'm happy it's him and not me.
I know it might seem crazy that I'm outside while it's pouring rain and the pond monster has every advantage, but I need to take a look at the pond because it's currently separating due to the rain. I'm moving in on its nest. I might be able to see what's going on.
And as for Jake, I'm pretty sure he's upstairs drying off. So Bigsy, looks like it's your and my job to make some upgrades to this fort.
Okay, I think we can handle that. As long as I'm not near the pond, we can add some defenses in here and make sure it's looking good for when Logan gets back.
All right, first things first, we're gonna have to take off the roof because I think we're making this a two-story.
Okay. Whoa, this is where Jake fell through. He said something had his leg. Okay, I'm on the dock. This is where we believe the pond monster's nest is. I'm looking out at the pond. Let me know if you see anything down below in the comments. It's really hard to see down below the water. Heading over to the nest, seeing if there's anything new, like any new pond monster eggs. This is where we believe the monster's coming in and out of the swamp. This could be very dangerous coming down here alone. I don't know exactly what Jake's working on right now, but he said he couldn't come. Whoa. I think where I'm standing is too shallow for the pond monster to sneak up on me. Whoa, what's that? Wait, there's something there. There's something over there. It's hard to see on this camera, but deep down there's something, like some sort of structure.
Okay guys, so as you can see, me and Bigsy have completely removed the roof from our old base, and now it is time to build up and make this thing a two-story. Now, as Jake said, with the little we've seen from the pond monster, he's clearly very, very big, and that is why we are gonna be making everything bigger in this build. A bigger science lab, a bigger cage, a bigger gear room.
Oh gosh! Just a branch. Okay, I'm a little on edge right now. As you just saw, I got scared of this branch. As of right now, I think we're in the clear. I'm not seeing anything new or suspicious in this area. However, we do have a new area we need to go discover. Down at the other end of the pond, I saw some sort of structure. The weather is not on our side, but with improvements to our base and equipment, I think we can come back out and find this pond monster. As I was coming back to base camp, I found a pooper scooper that I definitely threw in the last video when we were running from the pond monster. So got this back. This might come in handy. Oh, Jake's here. Jake! Jake, what's going on? I came back out looking for you. Where have you been? I went to the pond monster's nest. Dude, I told you not to do that. It's too dangerous. The guys are reinforcing the fort. Jake, there's a lot to explore here.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of remnants left behind. I think my theory that this might have been a town is holding up. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Also, just because we're soaking wet and standing literally 10 feet away from where the pond monster is, be sure to hit that like button and do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well as that bell button so you never miss a brand new video.
Okay guys, quick update for you. As you can see, the walls are up and the fort is already looking bigger and bigger. I mean, just check out that door. It's double the size. Me and Bigsy are currently standing in our gear area and communications. And if you follow me through here, this is where we're gonna have our science lab with a very upgraded contamination center. We have different slots to put items that we find outside, and when you want to investigate them, you stick your hands in the device like such and figure out what's going on. But that's more of a Jake problem, not a Phil problem. And right behind Biggs is our updated cage.
Wait, what? Okay, looks a little bit bigger and a little bit more sturdier. So if we actually catch this pond monster and get him in the cage, I might be a little more secure knowing that he's not gonna get out.
The rain has stopped and it is a perfect time to go explore the swamp. I was just telling Jake about what we saw down by the swamp across. It looks like there's something there.
I do want to check out the swamp because the rain did dissipate a lot of the algae, so maybe we can get a better picture as to what is underneath and even how deep this thing is.
We might want to take this.
Good idea.
Quick reconnaissance of the pond from our viewing deck.
Yo.
Whoa.
Look, you see what's underneath there?
There's like a cable. Yeah, right there, there's a cable.
Okay, it looks like it's curving around and heading over this side. Let's see
What
we
is
can
going
see.
on? Oh, Jake. Our boat. We have found our boat. I really want to get a boat so I can go around the swamp.
I mean, there's definitely some really weird areas, like deep down on that side, you can't even see. It goes under and into the trees.
So that's what I saw. Over there is where I saw something, like something shiny, like
here.
metal.
Look.
What?
There's some sort of wire going into the ground.
Because I'm wearing the swamp pants,
Careful, Logan.
I feel like I can go in.
Careful, it could grab you.
Dude, it's too shallow. I can stand here.
What is it? Is it a
Whoa.
root or a wire?
I am going out into the pond.
Logan, be careful, man.
Jake? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's starting to get really cloudy. As of right now, I'm able to walk in this region of the swamp. Whoa, 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 whoa. It drops off right here. This is what Jake was talking about. Right here. It looks like a branch. What is that?
Hey, Logan,
Yeah,
check the boat. See if you can figure out what sunk it.
dude. Whoa, Jake.
Yo.
That is disgusting.
Logan, just remember, we don't have backup. The guys are building the fort right now.
I can't see how deep it is. What is that? Jake?
I don't know.
Dude, is that like skin?
I don't know.
Wait,
That might be pond monsters.
Jake?
Yeah?
That looks like it's like some sort of skin.
That could be sheddings from the pond monster.
Like, that looks like it was some sort of shedding.
oh! What?
I almost slipped. It took a sharp decline, like it's a lot deeper right there. Like right here, it's deep.
Try and move the boat. Something had to have sunk it. It was abandoned.
Whoa. Jake, there's some kind of weird substance in the water.
Can't see anything from up here.
I don't know, I feel like we could find another egg in here. Going to examine the boat, see if there's anything suspicious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jake, I got something. Jake?
Fine.
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
It looks like a jellyfish.
Dude, that looks really weird. Grab it with your pooper scooper. I can analyze it in the lab.
Grabbing with the pooper scooper. It's a good thing we got this. Okay, bringing back to base.
All right, come on, let's get out of here.
Okay, we didn't get to explore the place that I saw earlier. We'll definitely be checking that out later, but we did come across some sort of weird green slime, and I know Jake wants to examine it before we do anything else.
Dude, check it out.
Jake, what is that?
I got some slime. Well, actually, Logan got the slime. He found it down in the pond. I need to analyze it, though. Is the fort's lab ready?
No, the fort's lab isn't ready.
Okay, fine. I'll make a temporary lab. I gotta get analyzing this.
Oh boy, we need to speed up this building process, and we need to speed it up right now.
Okay, guys, inside this box is the goo that we found by the pond. I don't exactly know what it is or if it's related to the pond monster, so we're gonna run some tests on it. Hopefully, we'll be able to look at it under a microscope and get a better idea as to what it's made of. Safety first when dealing with unknown goo. We will now begin opening the case. I have my notebook and journal here to make notes on any of our findings. If this starts smelling really bad, I'm closing the case.
Yeah, that egg smelled terrible.
Okay, there it is. Now, I don't need all of it. Hopefully, I can get a small sample of it off.
Don't you just want to touch it?
Do not touch it. We do not know what we're dealing with yet. Here is the container that I'm going to be putting it in. I'm going to put it in this container and mix it with the solution so we can separate any contaminants. Then we'll put it under the microscope and see what we're dealing with. I'm going to remove a small sample now of the unknown slimy substance. Definitely has a weird texture. It's almost like it's not slime, but it is slime.
I mean, it could just be algae growing moss kind of thing from the pond.
I've extracted a small sample of the slime, putting it into the test chamber, mixing it with the solution. Okay, the slime is now mixed in the solution. As you guys can see, it is purifying whatever we have so we can look at it under a microscope. Now we'll put it in my tumbler here so we can transfer it onto a microscope slate. Whoa, 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 Logan!
Jake?
Logan!
What's that sound?
It's burning through!
Whoa!
It's toxic! It's toxic! Acid slime!
Jake!
Oh, no. Close the box, close the box!
No. Jake!
It's acid slime. That is definitely from the pond monster. That must be some sort of attack he has, some sort of acid spit.
That just burned through our temporary lab.
Well, I heard that pond monsters could spit acid, but I didn't really believe it.
If that is from the pond monster, that changes a lot.
That makes him way more dangerous. He was already very dangerous.
All right, boys, welcome to the new and improved Pond Monster Base Camp.
Phil, we have something to tell you. I hope that door is triple secured.
It is a pretty heavy door.
Okay, well, me and Logan were running some tests on that slime that we found that we thought might be related to the pond monster. It melted through my table.
It might be acidic.
What?
We're gonna need a stronger cage.
What I believe is the pond monster has the ability to spit, well, acid. And that's what it uses as one of its attacks. Which means we not only have to worry about the pond monster because he's really big and scary, but also if he spits at you, you might melt. Alright, well at least with every mission we learn more and more about the pond monster. Knowing as much as we can is super important if we're gonna get rid of this thing. Now that we've upgraded the base, I think it's time we start coming up with a plan. At first I just wanted to capture videos or pictures of him, but now I think it's clear we need to get rid of this pond monster.
Jake, did you by chance keep any of that slime? You could store it in your brand new science lab.
Ooh, now this is a lab.
Proper lab. Alright. Wait, where are the eggs?
The eggs are safely stored away in your brand new contamination center.
Perfect. Now I don't know how far along this egg is, so we better keep these locked at all times. This thing could hatch literally at any minute.
I think it's time we do some research in the lab.
Look, people have dealt with pond monsters in the past before.
Have they?
Yes, I mean, okay, there might be evidence that there was an entire town here that abandoned the entire place because they couldn't handle the pond monster, but that hasn't...
That's just a theory. We don't know that for sure.
It might have something to do with the fact that it spits acid at you.
You know, it's in times like these I really wish we moved to a house that didn't have a pond in the backyard.
What did you just say, Phil?
He wants to move houses.
We should move houses. That's actually a good idea.
A house without a pond. That's it, Phil. We get rid of the pond. If we drain the pond monster will have nowhere to live.
Jake, that's crazy. We can't just drain the pond.
You know
can't-
how much water's in there?
I couldn't drink all that water. I'd pee so much, I couldn't do it.
I don't need you to drink it, Pigs. Look. Perfect. We get some hosing. And a pump system. We put it in the pond and we pump it out electronically, not with drinking it. That's disgusting.
You want to drain the swamp?
Yes, without the pond monster can't live there. He needs water. He needs a nest.
Well, Jake, I stacked the gear in with the pump. It's right there.
All right, look, we're gonna have to be extra careful. If this thing is as big as I think it is and it has the ability to spit acid, we should all go down there, gear up. If we can get this pump in the water and activate it with a generator. We must have a generator somewhere.
Yeah, under the science lab. It runs the whole place.
Perfect. We'll take it out of the science lab, we'll run the generator, and we'll drain the swamp. And when it's all gone, the pond monster will be also. All right, come on. We gotta get down there, fast.
This is gonna be great.
If we're draining the pond, couldn't that really upset the pond monster?
Woohoo! All right. Me and Bigsy built this whole place.
Dad.
Forget the base, Phil. We're about to drain the swamp and solve the whole problem.
Whoa. That is not what happens next.
What?
Keep playing.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
No! Why? I've practiced for weeks and weeks to face you, and I still can't beat him.
I can't believe he just lost 50 games in a row. Speaking of 50 games in a row, that's been a long time we haven't heard back from Jake or Phil. Biggs!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
No, Biggs.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! How do you do that?
Phil and Jake have been gone draining the swamp for way too long. I think it's time we radio to Jake. Who's at our door? Biggs, check the security footage.
Oh, it's Phil. He's right there.
Okay, let him in. How's it going, Phil?
Not good. Jake is in one of his moods again today.
Wait, where is Jake?
Well, we were trying to drain the swamp, but it wasn't going according to plan, and I was just getting in his way, apparently, even though I am positive I hooked up the hose properly.
So the swamp is drained.
Not exactly. He sent me up here. He said he wanted to do it by himself, and that we should just do drone flyover.
Okay, Biggs, prepare the drone.
The drone is prepared. It just needs to be turned on.
Perfect. Let's get eyes in the sky. We will surveil Jake and get an update on the swamp. Let's get eyes in the sky, boys. Eyes in the sky.
Send that bird up.
Taking off. All right, we are approaching our lovely swamp. Bird's eye view of the swamp. Phil, where did you say Jake was?
Right in the middle of the canopy.
Moving down to the canopy. I see the hose. Not seeing Jake. I repeat, I am not seeing Jake.
What do you mean you're not seeing Jake?
I am not seeing Jake anywhere. Phil, why am I not seeing Jake?
I don't know. He told me to leave.
Hold on. I know why Jake hasn't come back to the base, because he doesn't want to play me in rock, paper, scissors, because he knows I'm gonna beat him.
Guys, this is potentially very serious. Let's not joke around here. Before we panic, I'm gonna do a little bit more drone reconnaissance.
I'm not panicking.
Nobody panic. He could be taking a pee. That's kind of weird. The pump is not attached to the hose. That's unlike Jake. Hold on a second. Is that his shoe?
Yeah, those were on his feet last time I was with him.
I don't know, maybe he wanted to suntan on his feet.
Okay, I'm officially starting to panic a little bit. Phil, you should have never left Jake alone.
Are you kidding me? The mood that guy was in, he's lucky I didn't push him into the swamp.
Okay guys, we're going on a full-on Papa Jake rescue mission. The pond monster has been showing it can be extremely dangerous. Whoa! That's a slime! Jake!
Wait, let's think about this. Why don't we just radio to Jake?
Good idea. Before we go full-on rescue mission, we should talk to Jake. Hello, Papa Jake. This is Logan.
This is Logan. This is Logan.
This is Logan.
Oh, Logan, why are you using the radio inside? Ow!
Jake, do you read me?
Oh, I forget to give the radio to Jake when I walk back up the hill.
So you're telling me we have no way of communicating with Jake?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, we're right here. You don't need to use the radio.
I did not want to have to do this, but I am hitting the panic button. If you're new to the series, make sure you catch up on what's going on. This Pond Monster series has been absolutely insane. I did not think we'd be ending up here looking for Jake. If you are brand new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. We're going down to the pond. Look for clues, Biggs. Keep your eyes peeled.
You can tell a lot about a pond by the way a flower smells near the site.
I know we mentioned this in our last pond monster video, but the vegetation around the pond is getting extreme. For example, check out this plant that is just sprouting by our house. Extremely prickly.
Are we gonna be talking about plants or are we gonna go save your best friend?
This plant is the size of you.
I knew I should have worn a bigger hat.
If you have any idea what this kind of vegetation is doing so close to our house, let us know in the comments down below.
It could be poisonous.
Dude, look at those spikes. We haven't activated Code Red yet because Jake could technically just be in the forest taking a pee. There's no need to panic yet. But if we do see any signs of danger or problems, it is Code Red. Any sign of Jake?
No sign of Jake, Logan, but this is starting to look worse and worse.
What do you mean, Phil? There's the hose. Okay, why isn't the pond drained? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, Logan, when we were down here, the box fort looked absolutely nothing like that.
Yeah, that is complete disaster.
Who wears flip-flops when trying to drain a swamp?
This was the shoe Jake was wearing. Well, where's the other one? Here's the pump.
Why is the pump so far away from the hose?
On the other shoe.
That's unlike Jake. Jake doesn't go barefoot anywhere. No signs of any foul play in the pond.
Jake, where are you?
Whoa, what's that? We got a frog. There are so many different species in our pond, it is kind of concerning. The more species that are in this pond, it means there's a more active ecosystem for this pond monster to thrive in.
Aw, man, guys, we really need to find Jake. I was down here with him just 10 minutes ago and he was here. I'm trying not to show the other guys, but I am getting a little bit nervous that Jake might have been taken by the pond monster.
What is this? Whoa. I don't know what that is, and I'm a little scared to touch it.
We really need to find him, and we need to find him quick. Logan's just playing in the pond.
Okay, we got the pooper scooper, and we are going to see what we just found in the pond.
Careful, Logan.
Guys, I have no idea what we're looking at.
Logan, that looks like a pond monster scale.
We're like some kind of massive skin shedding.
Are pond monsters like snakes and they shed their skin?
Dude, that guy has to moisturize for sure.
I have no idea. All I know is Jake is nowhere to be found. What is this? It smells really bad in here. Oh, I'm going deeper than I've ever been. Whoa, guys.
What?
Okay, it looks really shallow, but when you step, you just start sinking, like quicksand. Oh, I think that's as far as I can go. That's as far as we're going right now. We gotta bring this back to the lab. Whoa. We need to find Jake, guys. Any ideas? What do we got?
Thanks.
What's up, Phil?
It's me and Jake's vlogging camera.
Where?
Right there.
This is the camera you were using, Phil?
Yeah, but Logan, what kind of gloves are you wearing? I think there's radiation slime on there.
Yep, this is covered in some kind of goo. Maybe that acidic goo that we found earlier.
Good thing you have those gloves on, or you would have no hands left.
Okay, do not touch the camera.
Okay, before we start panicking, there might be some clues on that camera. It's quite possible Jake was filming and told us where he's going.
Why would Jake go anywhere without the camera, Logan?
It's not adding up. First the hose, then the pump, then the camera, and his shoes. Something happened, and I don't think it's good.
I don't want to sound the alarm yet, Biggs. If we freak out, the pond monster has the upper hand.
Well, I'm officially freaking out!
Oh, come on, Phil, Biggs, just calm down, stay calm. Biggs, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Biggs, no. Oh boy, okay. We are going back and reviewing the footage. There's no need to sound the alarm yet. We gotta put this camera in some kind of safe contamination zone. We don't know what this is. That's staying there until we see what we're dealing with.
All right, guys, I got it all hooked up. I'm about to press play. Come on, Jake, please just be saying that you're going pee.
What? Card corrupted?
I can't see anything.
What does card corrupted mean?
It means we know nothing.
What do we do? Jake's gone.
We are dealing with a pond monster, and we're dealing with no Jake. It means Operation Boots on the Ground begins now.
What is Operation Boots on the Ground?
We are gonna be setting up base camp in the middle of the swamp.
In the middle of the swamp? Are you crazy?
Want to get taken by the pond monster too?
The pond monster comes for us, so be it. But if we're there, we can see what's happening at all times, and any sign of Jake, we go after it. If Jake did get away from the pond monster, he's probably in the forest. So I'm gonna do reconnaissance in the forest while you guys build that base.
Whoa, Logan, you're telling me a pond monster isn't bad enough? You're gonna go into the forest?
I know we had sightings of Bigfoot in the forest, but it's our only chance right now, Phil.
If we find any more clues while building the base, we'll contact you and let you know.
We need to bring all our defenses, some science equipment, down to the swamp. Boots on the ground, boys. We're getting Jake back.
Okay, guys, so me and Biggsy have made it down to the gazebo, and as you can see, that is not a fort. So not only are we gonna have to clear out this cardboard, but we're also gonna need to build anew. Bring in the cardboard! Now, I'm still not completely sure as to why we have a perfectly good fort, not to mention a perfectly safe fort, why we would build one all the way down here.
The pond monster could literally jump out and take us in the water at any time.
Yeah, that's why these bars are staying on, but let's start deconstructing this fort.
I'm currently getting ready to head into the forest and look for Jake. As you can see, we have drone footage of the forest because we've been looking for Jake. This is very far from our house. We haven't looked at the forest surrounding our house, so that is what I'm gonna do now. I also do have some new pond monster theories about our backyard and what this place was. Jake thinks it was an abandoned city or some sort of civilization. Some of the comments in the last video were suggesting that our house used to be a hotel and this was all the amenities for the hotel. I think this place was once fully underwater. If you look at our backyard, it is a massive crater. I believe at a certain point in time, this entire place was flooded, fully submerged. And as time went on, the water drained. And when the swamp dried up is when they built the tennis court. Jake's not here. The gazebo, and the pond monster has been extremely mad ever since. Because this used to be its home. This entire place used to be a swamp. So far we've checked off the swamp. Jake is not there. Jake's obviously not here in whatever this once was. And no signs of Jake in here. The creepy pond monster shed thing. There's something about this that really freaks me out. And maybe there's more answers here about what we're dealing with. Okay, well, that doesn't help us finding Jake. That is today's goal, is finding Jake. Hey, any sign of Jake? No sign of Jake up here. If Jake is playing a prank on us, that is not cool. I currently have the guys building a new base camp in the middle of the swamp, and I'm going solo through this. This place is extremely overgrown.
Alright, after a little bit of elbow grease, me and Biggsy have completely cleared out the canopy of the broken down cardboard fort.
So it's like 50 degrees Celsius.
Are you trying to tell me that it's really hot out? Because I know I'm literally sweating in places I can't even talk about.
Ew!
Now that the canopy is completely cleared out, I say we go get some gadgets from upstairs and make this a brand new mini bug out.
I wish this pond monster was the size of a bug. It's not a bug out, Phil, it's a monster out.
This is kind of weird. Looks like someone's made a huge pile of sticks. Like, this is not by coincidence. It's a basketball, but this looks like it's been here for a very, very long time. Okay. No cause for the alarm yet, but this is very creepy. Very, very creepy. I don't know what that is. If it's just like a chicken wing or some kind of animal, but I'm really hoping this isn't something's home, like the pond monster's home or Bigfoot. I just remembered Bigfoot. We were literally hunting Bigfoot in this forest. I gotta get back to base and tell the guys. Guys, we kind of have a problem.
We're missing Jake. We can't have more problems.
I just found bones.
What, bones?
Those are definitely animal bones we're dealing with. Something in here is capable of eating animals, Phil.
Well, animals do eat other animals, and maybe that's what it is.
That is the natural cycle of life.
Yes, that is the natural cycle of life. But what's not natural is if it wasn't another animal eating an animal, it was the Bigfoot or pond monster.
What's also not natural is how much I'm sweating right now.
All right, Logan, did you clear out the rest of the forest? Do we know for certain Jake's not in there?
I got less than 10 feet inside the forest.
Did you at least call for Jake in the forest so maybe he can respond back to you if he's out there?
I haven't tried anything. I saw the bones and got honestly pretty scared.
Okay. You know what? Just go back to the forest, make sure Jake's not there, and me and Big still have a whole monster out to build!
Yeah, you guys have a lot of work to do, but honestly, I'm not going back there alone. I think it's too dangerous. Okay, well, it looks like no one came with me to the forest. Logan's alone again in the creepy forest.
They wanted to stay back and finish building the base?
Okay, fine, that's respectable. I will go looking for Jake alone and hopefully not encounter the pond monster. I mean, I am pretty far away from the pond right now, so should be good.
We're looking for any sign of Jake. Any sign of Papa Jake.
I don't think Jake would bring cardboard out this far. That would be weird. I don't know why he would do that.
This is kind of looking weird.
It's looking like someone put all these sticks here in a pile.
They're making like a barrier or a barricade.
Kind of like something marking its territory. What is this?
I have no idea what this is. Some kind of rock?
Okay, I have no idea what these things are, but I don't think they're related to the disappearance of Jake. Jake! Okay, there's no sign of Jake anywhere here.
Some of these bars on the window are also gonna need replacing. They're not exactly in the best shape, but I believe in us. I think we got this. Woohoo! And just like that, bug out monster base secured.
Complete. Basically magic. Look at all this. We are set up and decked out to hold off the monster if we have to.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're exactly equipped to hold them off, but we do have 3 beds in case we have to stay the night. Hopefully not. Hopefully Jake comes home and we can cook some popcorn upstairs. If there is anything to investigate, we have the supplies needed to.
Yeah, we have the communications right here and the science lab just behind Phil.
Whoa, check this out. What is this?
Kind of looks like corn. Someone's been eating corn or something. I don't know what that is.
Wait, there's more of them. Ow, like right here. I don't know if those are pine cones or corn and something's been feeding here. Something seems a little bit off about this place. I'm not a huge fan of this area. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Gosh, my goggles are really foggy. I can't see. Can't see through these goggles. What was that? 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 Oh my gosh. No. I have no idea what that was. Just a large growl. I don't know. Kind of sounded like a bear. Guys! Guys, we have a massive problem. How do you get in this thing? Guys, we have a serious problem.
Well, that's not what I wanted to hear.
Logan, we've run out of our problems today. There could be no more problems. I can't take problems anymore.
I mean, this place looks really great.
When I was out in the forest, I heard a large, scary growl.
Like a bear growl or a wolf growl?
More like a Bigfoot growl. Okay, that's it. We are staying the night in the middle of the pond. We are not leaving until we find Jake. 1 like equals more luck for finding Jake. And make sure to subscribe.
Wait, I went missing? That doesn't make any sense. I'm right here. So how could I have gone missing?
I mean, it means we found you.
Found me, or did I find myself, Phil?
I don't know.
Well, you did.
So a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. Jake has gone missing, and it is our top priority to find him. We've moved our pond monster hunting base from up there all the way down here to the pond, so we can be as close as we can to the action. The action being where Jake went missing. What we know so far is that Jake and Phil were going to drain the swamp.
Until he got angry at me and then kick me back up to the base?
That is all the information we have as to where Jake last was. Right here with this yellow hose. Like I said, a lot's been happening in the last 24 hours and we have a lot to do. So if you're brand new to this series, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button so you can follow along in the pond monster hunting series.
Hello? 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 Who's this? Who's this? It's me. Who's this?
We need to be focused.
Come again? Over? What was that?
Could that be Jake?
Did we have a third radio? Does Jake have a third radio?
I don't know. We did have a third
Try
radio,
again,
but it was
try again.
Who's out there? Nothing now. Silence.
Radio silence.
You said I wasn't working, but I was working. I got something in here.
Keep doing what you're doing. We need to go over what we know. Jake's gone missing. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in our backyard. We found pond monster eggs. We found what seems to be a nest. And yesterday when I was looking for Jake, I came across some bones.
I've been reading through Jake's notes here. You know how yesterday you were in the forest and you thought you heard possibly Bigfoot?
Getting to that, Phil. I was just talking about the bones. The bones could have been a meal for Bigfoot.
Well, anyways, as you can see by his drawings here, he has Bigfoot and the pond monster. I think he thinks they're connected in some way. Then if you flip over to this page, these might be the start of all the flowers that you said are growing around our house.
I mean, I can't really make sense of Jake's research. It looks a little... Okay, well, maybe Jake could make more sense of this. The point is, today, we need to find Jake, and I have a plan to find him. We've got our awesome pond monster hunting base.
It is a monster out because Phil said it was a bug out, but it can't be a bug out because bugs are small, and this pond monster is massive.
We are gonna be spending the next 24 hours inside our swamp base.
I'm still not so sure about that, Logan.
No, it's the best way,
No,
guys.
No. You see, when it gets nighttime, as you know, and you know, monsters get more active. You want to be down here by the pond at 3 a.m.? Are you crazy?
Absolutely not.
Guys, Jake is missing, and we need to find him.
You've already looked for him in the woods. Maybe he's not down here.
He could be anywhere. He could be at Pizza. Speaking of Pizza, do you think they get Uber Eats down here?
Big's Uber Eats is not important right now. We have to find Jake. Yes, I've looked in the woods and found, honestly, some pretty weird things, but can confirm he's not in the woods. But what we haven't done is search the rest of the property, which is why right now, we're all gonna split up and search the entire premises.
You wanna split up?
And no one comes back until they've found a clue of where Jake could be. Biggs, you take the front half of the pond.
And I'll be sure to investigate every inch of the grass and land.
We will all have walkie-talkies, so we aren't technically alone. Phil, you're taking the back half of the swamp.
Okay.
And because I have my swamp pants on, I will be taking the swamp.
You're gonna go inside the swamp to look for clues.
Jake was last seen here, so there's probably clues around here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous.
If we do not find Jake, we will be sleeping here tonight. So if you don't want to sleep here, find Jake.
On that note, I will go find some clues!
To the front of the pond.
It's up to me to do swamp surveillance. I'm gonna be exploring as much as I can around the swamp and around this base.
Time to find some clues, because the last thing I want to do is spend a night in that canopy, right by the pond. Everybody knows that pond monsters, Bigfoots, any type of monster is more active as the day goes on. And by 3 a.m., you want to be nowhere that doesn't have a locked door.
First up, we're gonna do a little exploration of the pond and see if there's anything we can see or pick up with our pooper scooper. I keep finding these things. I have no idea what they are. If someone in the comments knows what this is, please let me know. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't know, but it looks like some sort of shell. Like crustacean? I don't know. If anyone knows what this could be, let me know.
Our grass is getting really tall. I mean, like, really tall. It is literally taller than me. I was thinking about this earlier. Back in one of our most recent videos, Papa, Jake, and Logan went down to this dock at the far side of the pond. I believe it was the pond monster's nest. If Jake did go missing, and what I hope didn't happen, happened and he got taken by the pond monster himself, maybe he would have brought him back to the nest. So I am currently on my way to the nest to look for any clues to see if my inkling was right. Whoa. I would hate to be that dragonfly. I think a spider is about to get some dessert. Speaking of dessert, I could really use a donut right about now.
This is the furthest we've ever gone into the pond. Whoa, that's too deep. I think I'm reaching the limits. All right, wish me good luck. Oh gosh, nope, I gotta get out. It's really deep. It's like quicksand. That might be a little too risky. You could be walking 1 minute and then all of a sudden the ground just sinks.
I guess it's time to head to the pond monster nest. Ow, ow, Ow! Maybe I'm not going to the pond monster nest. It is completely overgrown, and those plants are super spiky. But my hope is I can find clues somewhere else in this backyard. Jake could be anywhere. Whoa, guys, do you see that? It's some sort of tubing, and it goes further into the forest. Now that could be a clue. I'm gonna follow this tubing further up the forest line. Maybe it'll lead to something.
Nothing suspicious around here. We did find that weird skin-looking thing the other day, but as of right now, not seeing anything suspicious. Not knowing how deep it is, not being able to see if there's a pond monster or something around us
Is really freaky.
Not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Roll of duct tape, that's not suspicious.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go on land for a bit. Oh, whoa, something just jumped out. I think it was just a frog. Well, we just checked out this area of the pond. So far, not seeing anything suspicious or out of the ordinary, but we have not
Checked out this side of the pond.
So I guess that's next on our list.
So I followed the tubing up as far as I could and lost track of it. But I did find this really massive tree log knocked down, along with a lot of fencing. Now, I'm not completely sure what this fencing could have been used for, but Logan has been saying that he thinks the owners who owned this house before us knew about the pond monster. And I'm a little bit worried that this was the fencing they tried to use to keep him contained. And clearly, it didn't work, so they threw it all out. Either way though, no clues on where Papa Jake's whereabouts might be, and I'm officially tired, scared, and feeling very, very lonely. I need to head back to the canopy, and I need to head back to the canopy now.
You guys may be wondering why I'm in the car right now. I just want to check all the possible areas of where Jake could be. Pizza, Subway, and I might find clues there. We didn't see Jake in that pizza store, but I did get a pizza. Now I'm at our second stop in search for Papa Jake. Likely he's in here. Okay, so no such luck in finding Jake in Subway, but I did get Logan's favorite sub.
Still no sign of Jake, but the boys have been out searching for him. Don't know where Biggs is.
Woo! Looks pretty good. 9 out of 10.
Don't know where Phil is.
Mosquito just flew in my ear.
But I still have the entire north side of the pond to search. Hopefully, that has some more clues. Got the trusty pooper scooper. It's time to go hunting. Whoa, something just moved over there. I repeat, something just moved right there. Looks like a piece of wood, probably from when they did construction on this place. Don't know if I can step in these waters. Could be extremely deep or very shallow. Wow, it's pretty shallow. I've never explored this end of the pond, and it's pretty shallow. Scooping sample. Looks like we got just a lot of seaweed. Really dense seaweed here. I haven't really checked if there's anything under this bridge. Could be a clue. What is that? I think we might have something. Huh. Looks like an old can. Gonna have to assume it's unrelated to the pond monster, but this could be a clue. Maybe it says something about the owners or gives us a time frame of when someone was last here. What are those? There's like little clams forming on them. If you see anything that I miss, oh, no. Hello, Phil? Biggs? Phil, Biggs? I'm stuck. Guys, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Someone? Guys, I can't move. Hello? Phil, do you copy?
I need backup. I am stuck in the pond. I repeat.
I am stuck in the pond.
What? Oh, that's not good. Logan, I'm on my way. Good thing I was heading back. Logan? Logan, what are you doing down there?
Phil, I need help. I'm stuck.
Use the railings.
I'm stuck.
Whoa! Why are you going further away from our base camp?
Phil, that was not good. I got stuck in the mud, and this was the only thing that could pull me out.
Well, I touch your hands, but they look kind of gross.
Dude, that was way too close. I thought I was a goner.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to think my adventure was a little less stressful than I thought it was. Well, are you coming up or staying down there?
I will say, this is a whole new part of the pond we've never explored. I mean, under the bridge?
Is Jake under there by any chance?
Not that I can see, but what's under here?
Right now, we're under the bridge. We should probably investigate under this bridge.
Logan, you okay down there?
Oh! It's really deep here. It's really, really deep. There could definitely be a pond monster under there.
I think we've established that.
There are parts of this pond that are very shallow, and I've always thought there's no way the pond monster could get around. But right here, this is really deep. It just goes down. I have no idea how deep that is. Okay, I think I've had enough of under this bridge.
Logan, you coming up now or what?
I'm trying, Phil.
Oh, Bigsy, just in time.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I've been transversing the landscapes and I didn't really find any clues.
Bigsy, is that a pizza and a sub?
Trust me, I tested the pizza, 100% satisfactory. And yeah, Logan, I got your favorite sub.
Thank you for the sub, but Biggs, I told you don't come back until you find any clues that lead us to Jake.
I just got pizza.
Yeah, no, I didn't really find any clues. But I do think I might have found caging where they used to keep the pond monster back in the day.
Check it out. I found this disgusting looking ancient can of what I believe is Coca-Cola. It could tell us more about this pond monster. I mean, what date did this pond come from? Put this in our lab for later.
Whoa! You didn't happen to stop for any donuts, did you?
No, Phil, I did not get donuts.
I haven't finished searching the north side of the pond, so that is what we're gonna finish. We got some searching to do. I'm grabbing the pooper scooper and finishing this surveillance. The sun is going down. We don't have that much time before we gotta find Jake. I did notice these straps. I have no idea what this is. What is this? Guys, I think I got something. Okay, that is disgusting. I don't know if this was Jake's, but I'm bringing this for evidence. Okay. Whoa, guys, this looks fresh. In front of me, I have a piece of clothing. Phil, was Jake wearing sweatpants when you guys were draining the pond?
Yeah.
Why are Jake's pants here?
Oh, the pond monster pants, Jake!
No, Biggs, the pond monster took Jake and left his pants.
Oh boy.
This is officially code red. Jake's shoes missing, Jake's pants missing. Code red. Thank you, Biggs. That is not necessary, but cool.
Okay.
There's extremely prickly plants here. I don't know if that was the pond monster's doing. Maybe the pond monster's planting these prickly things to protect its lair.
There were those same plants growing outside the pond monster nest that were not there the first time we were there.
Well, maybe he is planting them to protect his base then. They could be poisonous, Logan. Don't make it touch your skin.
Yeah, I think you're right. One just got me in the fingy.
Well, good thing you're wearing gloves.
Okay, that's it, guys. I have an idea.
I hate when he has ideas. What about you?
Yeah, I don't love the ideas.
They never end well.
No. And usually it's us two, but like having the worst part of it.
We are officially in code red. The sun is going down. We don't have that much time. We have something the pond wants. What are you doing?
Itching your ear.
Do I have pizza sauce on my face? And no one told me?
Yeah, you kind of do.
We don't have that much more time. Look, we have something the pond monster wants.
Yes, Logan, we are all wearing pants, and he clearly likes taking people's pants.
We took the pond monster's egg, and it's probably angry and took Jake.
I never thought about that. I told you we shouldn't have taken that egg.
We bring the egg back down here, wait for 3 a.m. to hit, and do a trade with the pond monster. The egg for Jake.
Why at 3 a.m.?
It's when the pond monster's most active, Biggs.
Logan, you've had some crazy ideas. This has to be the craziest one you've ever had.
No, it makes sense. We need to get Jake back. Phil, get the egg. Right now, he doesn't have shoes, he doesn't have pants, and there is definitely a pond monster in this pond. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Ha! Beat you again.
No!
Logan, thanks. Here's the egg, but I really don't think this is a good idea still.
It's the best idea we got, Phil. We are going to be trading this egg for Jake. We just have to wait a few hours.
What if he doesn't want to trade?
He will definitely want to make a trade, Phil.
Was that you, Biggs?
What's that sound?
Logan, why does it feel like the floor is like moving? Oh, Logan!
Okay, Phil, just hold on a second.
We're on a pond, tsunami, earthquake?
Nobody freak out. Nobody panic.
What do you mean nobody panic?
I never thought the pond monster's home was here, but it's very likely we are on top of the pond monster.
What do you mean it's very likely we're on top of the pond monster?
I'm freaking out right now!
It's very, very likely. It's the middle of the swamp. We are literally in the middle of the pond.
You take the...
The pond monster is living in the middle of the pond, and so are we.
What?
This isn't good. This is not good. What is this?
Why is it smoking? Logan, last time it smoked, it was when we saw the pond monster in the pond.
Why is there smoke filling our pond monster hunting base?
I don't know, but you said you wanted to trade him the egg, so why don't you go trade him?
Pond monster, I have the egg. Give me Jake, and I'll give you back your egg.
Oh.
Come on. Jake, are you down there? Jake? Pond monster? Ah! It's the pond monster! Ah!
Guys, we are on top of the pond monster.
Logan!
He is underneath us right now, as we speak.
Let's get out of here.
Did he give you Jake? No, he took the egg. That's it. We gotta get out of here now. Go. No, do that.
Forgot about that part. Woo! That's scary.
Run. It's the pond monster. That was the pond monster.
What was that?
We need to get back to the base right now.
Why is the door open?
It doesn't matter, just go! Close it!
This is not good.
Yep, that's it. I officially quit.
You can't quit. Phil, what is quitting?
Jake? Ooh. Jake! He's alive!
Where have you been?
Jake! Oh my God!
Phil, get up! Jake, you're alive!
Jeez!
Yeah, I'm alive.
You're very sweaty, Jake.
Yeah, I just got back from an adventure.
We thought you were taken by the pond monster.
Nope, I was actually solving the mystery. Unlike you three, Tweedledee and...
What did you just call me?
Jake, we just found the pond monster.
Logan, we have a bigger problem. Although, wait, that is kind of a big problem. But look, after Phil abandoned me,
Abandoned you?
Phil said you were in a really bad mood trying to drain the swamp.
I was stressed because we have a pond monster in our backyard and you know how to screw a hose in. Look, this is how it happened. Hey yo, what's going on guys? It's Papa Jake and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are continuing our adventure to try and find the pond monster.
Not just continuing the adventure, ending the adventure.
Well, hopefully. We are going to try and drain the entire pond today with this. And hopefully we will be able to find out not only where the pond monster is living, but we'll also be able to get a good look at him.
How do these things work, actually?
Hook up the hose to the pump, and we drop the pump in the water. I'm really hoping that once we drain the swamp, we'll get a better idea of what's underneath. I'm kind of scared. I mean, you guys have a ton of theories, from this place used to be a hotel to this place used to be underwater. I think this is gonna solve a lot. Phil, what is taking so long with this pump?
Phil, you're doing it the wrong way. How could you never learn how to screw a hose in?
What are you talking about?
You need to screw your head on, dude. That's not how you do it. Here, give it to me.
You said the hose into the pump.
Yes, but not this side of the hose.
How do you not know how to screw a hose in? You know what? Just give me the hose, give me the pump. You do drone flyover. I do not need you down here.
Fine.
We need to get this swamp cleared.
We're just living in it.
What's wrong with that guy's attitude?
We get it, Jake. Phil already told that part, but that doesn't explain why you went missing.
I went missing because after he left, I saw something weird. Guys, do you see this? I couldn't really see it on the camera, but there was something leading into the pond, like a sewer system. The swamp might be connected to something. And I didn't want to try and drain the pond if I was also going to be draining a sewer. Because if it's connected to a larger water source, then I'd be pumping forever. All right, you know what? I'm going to investigate. This is probably not the best idea since I have no one with me, but I really need to get this thing drained. So I took off my shoes.
Is that his shoe?
Who wears flip-flops when trying to drain a swamp?
That's why your shoes were there.
And I threw my pants off.
Dang, this story's getting good.
And I got my exploration gear on. Once I got into my exploration gear, I made my way over to the edge of the pond, and that is where I saw, whoa, it is a sewer, or at least some sort of line. Whoa, there's an opening here. Again, this is probably not the best idea. I haven't radioed to the guys what I'm doing, but there's an open sewer tunnel leading to our pond. Got a flashlight and some tools. I'll just go investigate a little bit. What's the worst that can happen?
All right, guys, looks like the water's way too deep here.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it. Now, I thought for a second, the best thing to do right now would be to radio back and tell you guys, but Phil had stolen my radio.
Hey, hello, Papa Jake. This is Logan. This is Logan.
Oh, Logan, why are you using the radio inside? Ow!
Jake, do you read me?
Oh, I forget to give the radio to Jake when I walk back up the hill.
So you're telling me we have no way of communicating with Jake?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. So I went on the mission alone. Whoa, if I fall into pond monster infested water. What could go wrong?
We gotta go in the tunnel, whether I like it or not.
I don't like it. This would be a great time if you haven't already to smack that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell button because you never want to miss a video like this.
Here we go.
Oh, man. This place is a lot bigger than I thought.
I gotta figure out where the source of this pond monster is coming from, and it starts with this tunnel.
Whoa. That's a lot of spiders. Holy.
Guys, check that out. I'm starting to think that maybe this pond monster and these giant spiders have something in common. Maybe there's something at the end of this tunnel that's feeding these things, making them big.
Whoa, Jake, how big were these spiders?
As big as my hand, Phil.
Really? Come on, Jake, you're lying.
I'm not. And that stuff was oozing out of every crevice of that entire tunnel system.
There is definitely some weird stuff going on in this tunnel. I have never seen ooze like this before. It's almost like it's melting away at the concrete.
If the pond monster is coming into our pond, and this tunnel is connected to our pond, then the source of the pond monster must be at the end of this tunnel. Something took a chunk out of that wall. The farther I get away from home though, the more dangerous this exploration's getting.
Oh man, I don't like this one bit.
I just gotta keep pushing forward.
Whatever this place is, it's definitely man-made. The top of it's all made out of concrete, and the floor, it's actually smooth.
Seems to be like marble. It's almost like people used to walk down here, and then it got flooded with water. There's an exit though on the other side. This can't be the end of it though. I gotta follow the water. It's coming upriver. I'm gonna find out where this pond monster's coming from. The tunnel might end, but
The man-made structures continue.
I'm gonna follow this upstream, see what I can find. Whoever built this place did not want something coming out of that tunnel. Looks like there's some sort of foam coming out. This might be a good place to come back and explore with some sort of robot. Also guys, remember, as I always like to say, if you see anything in these videos, you guys are helping us solve this mystery just as much as we are. Be sure to leave a comment down below with what you see.
Let's keep moving.
Oh man, this one's got a rope on it. Looks like someone was tied up here. Goes too far back, can't see anything.
Okay, well, the stream goes this way.
We march onward. Someone just doesn't make tunnels and have them lead to nowhere. These all have to link up somewhere.
Looks like there's bricks here.
Definitely remnants of some sort of building. I think I see something up ahead. Guys, check this out.
Look at that tree. Not only does it look like something very big and very tall took a chunk out of it.
This also looks extremely similar to the dead tree back near our pond. They're linked, but how and why?
We got more bricks here. We're definitely getting closer to some sort of building.
At least something man-made. And check this out.
There's a massive piece of metal here.
Whoever, whatever's behind building these tunnels, we're getting close to them. Guys, I think I just found something very crazy.
It's almost like there's an abandoned mine shaft here that got collapsed on. I'm gonna try and get a closer look.
Ugh, it's too small. Whoa!
Okay, we're not gonna try that again. Oh, we keep following the river.
This is not your normal woods. You do not find stuff like this in the normal woods. Wish I could identify some of this stuff. I just have none of my tools to do so. Guys, let me know if you have any idea what that might be. Looks like the river gets too narrow up ahead. I'm gonna have to go around, see if I can link back to the tunnels. I don't think I'm at the end of it yet. No! My flashlight! I made it. I lost the flashlight though. Oh guys, this isn't good. But I've committed now. I gotta keep pushing forward. What is that? Whatever was feeding that tunnel with water and that weird slime, and ultimately where our pond monster might have come from, is behind me. I gotta be very careful. I don't know who or what is here. I can see a path. There's definitely an opening up ahead. I don't see much though. Whoa, look, fencing.
This whole place is fenced off. Okay, and it's electric fencing.
This whole place is fenced off with this electric fence. Hold on, there's an opening up ahead. Holy. Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? There is a massive compound here. Like, massive. This is where all the water's coming from. It's a swamp of some kind. A huge swamp. And it all feeds into that compound. It's the same color bricks as the bricks we were finding. This must be where all the tunnels are leading to.
Once you saw that big building with an electrical fence, you didn't think to get your team involved?
No, if I came back and said, hey guys, I found a big building, you'd say, well, what's the big building? I had to explore. The pond monster had to have come from this compound. And if this compound is man-made, then someone must have made the pond monster. I need to see if I can get closer, but I need to be very careful. This whole place is covered in electric fencing, and I am very far from home. I do have the drone on me if I need to use it. There is a massive, massive pond. I think they might be growing pond monsters here. I think I need to get the drone out of my backpack and use that. It's a safer option to try and get footage of this place. Then I can bring it back to the guys and show them. So I threw the drone up and I did some exploring.
What did you find?
Time to get this drone up in the air, see what this place is all about. And stay very quiet and low. I do not want to alert anyone I'm here. We don't know who we're dealing with. All right, guys. It looks like whoever runs this place, L-E-Y, Lay. I've never heard of that before. Lay Industries? It's gotta stand for something. But what? Holy, this place is massive. There's more ponds than I thought. It looks old, but also updated, almost like they took over some sort of abandoned mine. That might explain where all the tunnels came from. They've definitely re-upgraded, but this place is old. Check it out, there's even an old water tower. Maybe they're using it to put the chemicals in the ponds. Maybe that's what I found in those tunnels. I don't see any people yet though. No one in the building. With all the security and electric fences, you'd think they'd have some sort of security. I'm gonna come back and check out the ponds. Holy, This pond is massive. It's like 4 times the size of our pond at home. If they were using this to grow pond monsters, they could be growing hundreds, thousands even. This could be one of many compounds, but they could be growing more than just pond monsters. Here, I'm gonna try and fly the drone up very high and see how big this area encompasses. And guys, remember, if you see anything on the footage or you have any ideas on what we found, be sure to leave a comment down below. We need your help too to catch this pond monster or whoever's doing this. This thing is massive. Holy. It's like they cut a massive square out of the forest. Looks like I found some sort of nest. It looks really similar to what we think is the nest back at home. Whoa, something's glowing in the nest. I'm gonna try and get closer. I don't know how close I can get though with this drone. Something's there. Maybe a baby or an egg of some sort. Maybe I can collect it. This could give us more info on what's going on here. And I really need to get back to the guys. It is not safe to be here alone. I do not feel good here. I am completely out in the open. The drone went over here. This should be where the nest is. Here, I found it. Whoa. That looks a lot grosser than what I thought it would look like. Good thing I still have some supplies on me. I don't have anything to analyze it out here, but I do have a containment box I can put it in. Here goes nothing. I really hope this isn't alive. And it smells horrible. What is this thing? Good thing these gloves are acid proof. Can't tell if it's alive. I better put this away and get out of here. Time to put this thing away and get it inside. Oh, that's disgusting. Safe. For now. Guys, check this out. The stuff that's been getting on my gloves, I don't know if it's acid, but look at that. Have you ever seen anything like this? It's like completely changed color. This could be dangerous. Let's get back home. I brought it back to the lab to examine it.
You brought it back here, where the pond monster lives in our backyard?
This is bigger than just our pond monster. The Lake Corporation could be creating monsters. Look at this thing. Now, I still don't know its entire compound, so I'm keeping it in this box until I can figure out more about it. I can open it up though and give you a better look.
Why don't you keep that
Whoa,
close?
Jake, that's disgusting.
As far as I can tell, it is sort of alive. I think I need to dissect.
No, Jake, we are not dissecting it.
So you didn't go missing, you left.
Yeah, but clearly I was trying to uncover all the mysteries of the Lake Corporation. Without that, we wouldn't even know what they're called.
Yeah, that's true. Is there any more?
Of course there's more, Phil.
I want to find out more.
Jake, you don't even know the half of what's going on. You were gone for a full day.
Yeah, and I discovered what I believe might be a corporation creating these monsters. And if that is true, we could have a lot more than just one pond monster. There could be hundreds. But look, in my last mission, when I did get to the corporation's headquarters, I found something in the water. This.
Yeah, Jake, I don't think we should be messing with that.
I don't know if it's alive exactly, and it looks like some...
It's disgusting, Jake.
It could be a gland from a pond monster or a baby pond monster.
It looks like a pond monster egg.
It could also be that, but we've already found an egg, so that's definitely not an egg. Look, the only way to know exactly what this thing is the old-fashioned way. I need to perform some science on it, which means I need to dissect it and see what's inside.
Okay, Jake, but you're not really dealing with the fact that we have made contact with the pond monster in our backyard.
Why are you watching our videos?
What do you mean, why are we watching your videos? We're trying to catch up with this whole thing. It's still a little all confusing to me, even though I'm part of it.
No, we're trying to watch it to see if we can find hints in the previous
Look at all
ones.
this.
Jake, yeah, there's a lot that you don't know about. As you can see, we have extremely spiky plants growing in our backyard, which we believe the pond monster is planting to either mark his territory or protect himself.
I'm starting to think, though, that it's not the pond monster that's making the plants grow that way. It's whatever's growing the pond monster.
Say what?
What I found in the tunnel might confirm my theory. I think that whatever that corporation is doing, they're creating some sort of molecule. In our world, there are 2 different types. There's alpha and beta molecules. Alpha molecules make up everything that we know to exist. Beta molecules make up everything of the unknown. Monsters, ghosts, scary things of that sort. I think that they are creating beta molecules and pumping them into the pond and creating monsters. That's why anything they touch, the spiders I saw, the plants, they're growing and turning into something more, something out of our world.
Jake, why would people be doing that? That sounds crazy.
I don't know why a corporation would want to be creating monsters, okay? But what I do know is that our pond is linked to their compound, and their compound has some weird stuff going on.
It sounds a little far-fetched, Jake.
So hold on, guys. Are we still gonna order that extra large pepperoni pizza, or
Order the pizza, that's
Make sure
most
it's
important.
put on Papa Jake's credit card.
That's another thing. We were going through your journal and we saw the pond monster and Bigfoot. I was out looking for you and viewers saw Bigfoot in the background.
This is what I'm saying, Logan. I think they're all linked.
pop? Anyone want a pop?
I could use Pop.
I think the corporation is making monsters, Logan. We need to figure out why they're doing it, who they are, and we need to put a stop to them. The Lay Factory, which I still haven't figured out what that stands for. Definitely leave a comment down below if you think you know what it is. Here's what we need to do. I need to examine and dissect the sample that I have in my lab. I need to see if it's related to the pond monster. So Logan, you're gonna team up with Biggs and go back down to the swamp and try and find anything that you think is related to the pond
That's
monster.
literally insane. The pond monster's down there.
Phil, I'll have you here. I need you working on the fort and beefing up security.
Not down by the pond. I like the way you think, Jake.
I think we need a bigger lock on the door, and I'm also gonna need your help with the dissection.
So just to get this straight, Jake, you need me to get some sort of pond monster DNA sample so you can compare it to this.
Yeah, DNA, anything. Something that looks like it's related to the pond monster. Slime, scales, anything. But don't touch it, it could be acidic.
Okay, well, good luck with this, Jake. This is disgusting. We are going down to the swamp to collect pond monster DNA, which I think is extremely risky. We just need to find something that resembles the pond monster, put it in here, and not get eaten by the pond monster.
Maybe the pond monster just wants a shower.
What?
So I've brought along body wash, because maybe you can shampoo in the pond.
Okay, well, I hope you brought something a little bit better than that. Just be prepared for the pond monster.
Okay guys, so while Logan's away getting samples of the pond monster, I think it's time that we dissect and look at what we have here. This thing looks extremely weird. And if you guys have any idea what this thing might be sure to leave a comment down below. In the last episode, I showed off some of this goo that's like attached to it, and it's extremely sticky. It's almost like gum or something like that. And it has these like kind of tentacle things that are stretchy. Last time we messed around with pond monster samples, it burned through our entire table. Gotta be very careful because we do not know if this is acidic.
So one might ask themselves, why are we doing it again?
Because we have to learn what this thing is, Phil. It looks like this part of it might be the mouth. I still don't know if this is a piece of a pond monster or a baby pond monster or a pond monster experiment gone wrong. Dude, look what's coming out of it.
That's disgusting.
Okay, well, it's definitely got something in there. These tentacles, though, they make me think that it's a living creature.
A living what?
If the pond monster has acidic glands, it might shed the glands once they're used. That could explain why this thing washed up on the side of the shore. This could be a gland or a piece of the pond monster, so to speak.
And you're telling me there could be hundreds of these things?
Possibly, Phil.
Okay, we've made it to what we think is the pond monster's nest.
It is flat, like someone came through here. Or something.
Something was definitely here.
Check on the trees and down if you see any goo or something that we can collect.
Not seeing any goo. Weird. Everything's green and full of life except this tree. Maybe the pond monster's goo rubbed up against it. Maybe we should bag this as evidence. Gonna check down by the water. We did find an egg over here. There could be something.
There's movement.
Movement. We got movement. Entering the pond. Keep your eyes peeled. Currently not seeing anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look, we got frogs. And my foot is stuck. My foot is legitimately stuck. Just gotta get out. Okay, I do not want to go back to where we saw the pond monster. If we can find some kind of sample down here, that's way better for us.
Careful, Logan, though. That dock looks like it could fall at any time.
Not seeing much.
I have one more theory of what might help the pond monster and become happier and not attack us. You might have to take a gnarly poo-poo.
Biggs, I'm sure the pond monster does not need toilet paper to take a poo-poo. I'm sure it can just poo in the pond.
Okay, that's the theory too.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? There's like a cable. Why is there a cable? Wait, this could be some sort of evidence. Why is there a cable in our pond that seems to be really long? What is that? If you have any idea what this is, let us know in the comments down below. I think we should take this back up. Other than that, I'm not seeing any slime or goo that could be helpful to us.
All right, there's something in there. I want to try and get it out. We're gonna have to operate.
Ew.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Gross.
It almost looks like the slime that the pond monster's been shooting at us. Look at it, it goes all the way back here.
Jake, maybe do that over the table.
I want to try and get whatever's in there out. That might be the main part of the gland. This stuff does look very similar to the acid that we found. Question is, how is it making it? Got something.
What do you mean you got something?
Something's in here, Phil. Give me a sample jar.
A sample what?
Have this ready.
Okay, what is that thing?
Something inside. Phil?
Oh, Jake, what is that?
I don't know.
That is literally where we last saw the pond monster. Definitely not going down that bridge. Instead, we are going to the other side of the pond to see if we can find DNA. Okay, this is where things get pretty weird. This is where Jake found the sewer systems over there. It's also where I found those bones, which have slightly moved. I don't know if that's pond monster related. Now this is where it gets really weird. According to Jake, this is what he saw that caught his attention. This sewer pipe leads into our pond and connects to a facility. He did say there was brick buildings. Wonder if they're the same bricks.
There's more wiring here.
Wires?
Yeah, Look, I wonder if it's something to do with the wires you found in the pond.
That's a great point, Biggs. Still not any signs of pond monster DNA, but there's more signs of human activity like electrical wires, sewage pipes, and stuff like this. What is this doing out here?
I don't know. I'll keep it so we can investigate it more back at the base.
Unfortunately, this search isn't going very well for us. As of right now, we're coming up empty-handed, which is why, Biggs, I have some very bad, unfortunate news for you. We have to go back to our base in the middle of the pond. It's the only place I know I can find DNA.
That is a horrible idea. The pond monster we found out is living under the base.
I know. I'm gonna need you to be ready. Biggs, use this as a weapon of defense.
It's a stick.
We can do this, Biggs. I don't know about you, but these forests seem like they have a lot of mysteries going on. There is so much to explore back there. Leave a comment down below if you have any ideas of what we should explore or what you think is going on. Biggs, we're gonna be fast. We're gonna go to the pond, get some DNA, and get out.
It's looking really weird. It's almost like it's got eyeballs. I think it's looking at me.
Maybe we just close up the tentacle.
Gently bring it out.
Does look like it has eyeballs. Or baby pond monster eggs. Whoa, watch where you doing that thing.
Okay, Phil, I'm trying to get it out.
If you hear anything weird, see smoke, let me know and we have to get out of there ASAP. The pond monster could still be under our hut or it could be somewhere in the pond.
Logan, keep your voice down.
Biggs, you have a stick attached to you. Shh. Looks good, looks good. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
What are you doing?
I'm making a small incision so I can take a sample of whatever it is.
That doesn't seem like a very good idea.
It's a fine idea, Phil.
Jake,
Phil?
Jake, what is that?
I think it might be an egg sac.
Whoa, what sack?
Oh, Phil!
That's a lot!
Don't let him touch you! Don't let him touch you!
No movement by the pond. Looking for pond monster goo or DNA. I don't know what these guys are. Biggs, bag it. Okay, just checking it out, checking everything out. Not seeing anything. Prickly plants. Whoa. Biggs, what is this?
I don't know.
Check it out. It's like a green ooze with black. What is this?
I don't know. Let's take it back to the lab. Put it in.
More importantly, this.
Yeah, Logan.
This looks fresh, Biggs.
The last goo we got was green. This is some new.
The pond monster's goo seems to be green. I've never seen it black before. Okay, I think that's perfect. Let's get out of here right now. Okay.
And here I thought staying in the forest was gonna be more relaxing. So is it an egg?
I don't know. Could be part of the venom gland. I need to dilute it.
Those eggs, they won't hatch, right?
If they are in fact eggs, they will hatch. And by my calculations,
Oh no!
that's a lot of pond monster. But I'm still thinking that this might in fact be part of its acid-making gland.
Can't tell what I want more. Acid gland or baby pond monster eggs?
It burned through this. Now that I've collected some of the, what we think might be acid glands, I'm gonna dilute it in water. If I have this correct, as much as we wanted these to be baby eggs, I don't think they are. I think that these tiny balls are what makes the acid. And when they mix with the rest of the gland, more specifically this stuff, when you combine them together, that's what creates the acid. But alone,
What are you doing?
it's harmless.
You will not believe the things we found.
You will not believe the things we saw. New door? Armored. Phil said it's made out of 3 inches of solid steel. Gonna stop a pond monster coming our way.
Why use cardboard when you can use steel?
Check it out.
Ugh, what is that?
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I really wanted that Canadian Dry.
So there's a couple of different things going on inside that container. 3 are subjects of interest. 1, I believe, is pond monster DNA.
Well, what we found while dissecting our sample was what we believe to be the acid gland, which produces the slime that melts stuff. Give me a second, I want to set up an experiment. I believe that we could possibly recreate the acid that the pond monster is using. And if we can do that, we can fight fire with fire.
You mean fight acid with acid?
This is what I was able to extract.
I hate to interrupt, but Logan, are we not missing somebody?
Biggs is currently getting us pizza.
Well, while he's doing that, what I believe is that when these two things mix together, it creates the acid. So, I've got here the goo from the outside, the goo from the inside. Two go together, that's how he spits acid. To test this though, we're not doing it in here because it could create a lot of acid. And this could completely melt our Ford. Alright, if I'm correct about this, this is highly concentrated acid.
This?
That. And this is the other part that I was able to get from the gland. Logan, what I'm worried about is that this isn't our pond monster's gland. This is another pond monster. And possibly there could be acid-spitting pond monsters, but we don't know to what extent that ends. Fire breathing, ice breathing. We're just learning about this beta molecule.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about what's down there, Jake. Okay, let's just do this so we can get out of here.
Alright, you might want to stand back. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Alright, combining the acids now. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Jake,
Okay.
what's happening?
That might in fact be acid.
Some kind of reaction. Wait, Jake, while we were looking for pond monster DNA, we found a camera down in the pond. That could be huge. Now that we know there's some kind of corporation, and you have this theory about them making monsters, the camera could be connected to the corporation.
I could probably pull data from the camera, see if it has any footage on it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Jake?
Okay, no, it's definitely acid. It just burned through the table legs. Maybe we should clear the area?
Okay, let's go look at the camera, see if there's anything we can find out.
Guys!
Phil, why are you peeing right now?
The pond is smoking! Oh, the pond is smoking!
What?
Do you know what that means?
It's the pond monster. Quickly, inside!
Get in!
Shut the door!
Get in!
Phil, shut the door!
We better all really hope that this steel framing holds up, or we're about to be pond monster food.
The acid might have attracted it. It might have smelled it and come thinking there's another pond monster here. They could be territorial. They might be fighting over their turf. It could think there's another pond monster here. It could be trying to break in here, Phil! What do we do?
What do we do?
Jake, look at the security camera.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
We're getting radiation readings off the charts. Phil, it's radioactive. Stay away from the door.
Phil, how many steel layers did you put on this door?
4?
Biggs, you hear me? Over. Biggs!
Any plans or ideas?
I'm thinking we have nothing in here. The acid's outside.
Wait, the cage! We can all get in the cage!
It's not gonna help us, Phil, if we can break through a steel door.
Jake, the pond monster's outside our base.
Jake! It's burning through the wall! It's using its acid spray!
Is this it? Is this the end?
What just happened?
I don't know, it just ran off.
Are we alive?
Who's that?
It might be worse than a pond monster. Okay, so this explains a lot. I mean, clearly our minds were wiped by the Lake Corporation.
Yeah.
But this doesn't explain one thing.
What?
Where's Logan?